Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another session of podcast. I wish and I'm sure you will enjoy listening to the broadcast.
How does the liver play a role in diabetes? Okay, the liver has a very important function connected to diabetes and the progression of diabetes. So first of all, what is the role of liver in blood glucose regulation?
Okay, this is most vital part of the question. The human liver is the biggest organ in the human body.
Right. Yeah.
So Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. It's called Guru in Tamil.
Guru.
So Guru Graham. So the Jupiter of the body is liver.
The liver.
Yeah, human liver. In astrological science, astrology is a branch of astronomy. Astrological science, the Guru, the Jupiter, is master of all arts, Sakala Kala Vidyaka. Likewise, your liver is master of everything. And it is also the most biggest organ in the body.
Right.
Liver does, so far in modern science, they have found out more than 500 different actions. And they fear still it is doing more, they are closely looking into it. This is for your basic information. Now, what exactly happening here with respect to glucose metabolism, which leads to imbalance of glucose metabolism, which results in metabolic syndrome and down to diabetes mellitus. So what exactly liver plays a role there? Anything what you eat is, gets grounded into pulp and then crosses over the Z canal and through the duodenal gets into the intestines, smaller intestines. In the lumen of the intestines, they start absorbing what they want, the human body, those glands. Now, these things, whatever they absorb in the lumen of the intestine, cannot go directly to the blood. There is something called portal vein, which connects the smaller intestine and the liver.
And the liver.
In that portal vein, it can only go to the liver. Nothing can go into your system. Everything has to go to the liver. Not a single molecule can escape. They all go into the liver, get scanned there. Yeah, and then only goes out. Now, we will not talk about the other part of protein, fat, and all that stuff. We come to the glucose part of it, which is the energy currency for the human cell to function.
Right.
So this good amount of glucose, which we have already spoken about glucose metabolism, where basic these things are glucose, galactose, and fructose. So glucose is one which is major in our carbohydrates. Sugar is got fructose. So everything is absorbed by the lumen of the intestine, goes into the galactose. We have it in milk. Now, what is that happens in the liver? Fructose cannot be metabolized by the human body, but only liver cell can metabolize fructose. They can use that as energy currency. Other than liver cells, other cells in the human body cannot metabolize fructose. So 24 to 59% of the fructose come in to the liver, gets metabolized by the human liver cells as energy currency for their function, and then the balance is left out. Secondary, all glucose comes in, is scanned and sent out. Here the problem starts. What is the problem? The problem is that there is a unique human conversion for any of your cell to accept any component which comes through your food and nutrition. It cannot accept directly at all. There has to be a human conversion for cellular acceptance. That happens in the liver.
Okay.
If that conversion is not taken place, that glucose is not accepted by your human cell at all.
The cell.
There are certain acidic part of the inflammatory system in the liver which create that acidic part of inflammatory of the hematology, the blood, which may not do the human conversion of components accepted to the, for the acceptance of the human cells, which gets released into the human blood. It gets dissolved in this acidic condition of the inflammatory system of the human blood. Also again, that we have explained to you in the previous talks, will not be accepted by the human cell. So these glucose is stranded. They cannot be used. Even if your insulin is there, insulin cannot transport this fellow because the cells are not accepting this fellow. So your blood glucose level tend to rise. This is how exactly the imbalance which can happen in the liver, which leads to higher glucose level
higher
of the blood.
glucose levels in the blood. Okay.
You can ask your next question.
Can diabetes cause liver problems? Things like fatty liver or some other issues?
Fatty liver is a different issue altogether.
Okay.
So definitely diabetes is a liver-based disease. Because of the certain unwanted inflammatory conditions which happens in the liver when it gets loaded more in quantity in the liver, gets absorbed by the blood also, the blood gets into this inflammation, all that chain reaction goes on. So diabetes is definitely a liver-based problem. That is for sure. With our ancient understanding of the physiology, human metabolism and all that, the madhumekam is directly connected to human liver.
Connected to the liver.
Human liver. Fatty liver is a different problem altogether.
Okay. Could you just touch upon the fatty liver?
Fatty liver is, they process so many things in the liver. So you get some level of, fatty accumulation, which swells your liver a little, So then it is not needed there, so it blocks the transmission inside. So that is what is fatty liver. The more of fatty components getting accumulated.
And does that increase the blood glucose levels?
That will not. It will increase. That's not the only job of the liver.
Right.
We're going to talk about thyroid. So the T4, T3 conversion is what is more important for our entire function.
Right.
So like that, there are a number of works which the bile creation, the spleen filters all the RBC, broken RBCs, which when they get accumulated there, that's pushed to the liver. Then the liver converts that. Liver don't waste any material. All the broken RBCs filtered by the liver, spleen comes to the liver once it accumulates more than a level, and then the liver receives it and convert it into bile and store it in the gallbladder. Like this, it's been doing. We don't have time to talk about
Hundreds
all that.
of functions. Okay.
So the fatty liver, what's going to happen is going to reduce the many functions of your liver.
Overall.
Yes, definitely, maybe 5%, 10%, 20%. We don't know. We cannot go and keep a scale and measure it there. It's not possible.
So how is stress related to liver function and diabetes?
See, there are three organs which has a major relationship with the brain. One is the lung, the second is the liver, the third one is the spleen.
Spleen.
Okay?
Yeah.
Liver is the command center. Liver has the boot floppy for everything. If there is an imbalance in thyroid, there is a command goes from the liver and gets corrected. You don't know how your thyroid is working.
Right.
Then there is small imbalance in the pancreas, liver sends a command, lung, heart, anything for that matter. Liver is the command center for most of the thing. It's interrelated with the brain. Brain sends the command to the liver sends the command to the other organs. Sometimes liver sends command to the brain returns it back to make you feel hungry. It's all interdependent. When you are stressed, your stress is a common word.
Yeah.
I will be comfortable to use a word called emotional turbulences. Where, thoughts keep wavering. Thoughts will not be in sequence when you are in emotional turbulence. It jumps. A thought is like like COVID-19 is a component which can be seen, which will be invisible to the retina in the eye, but you can see it in the electron microscope. But it's a component, it's a matter by itself.
Yeah.
Thought cannot be seen in an electron microscope, but thought it's also matter by itself in quantum biology.
Right.
It jumps. That emotional turbulence definitely affects all parts of your body. And your liver is inside your body. Simple.
Okay.
It definitely, hamper your functions. And the more functions, what is carried out is by the liver. So it has its impact over the liver.
And similarly, it will be related to stress, will be related to diabetes as well.
100% yes. Every human problem, see, the more of emotional turbulence of, thought patterns create acidic condition in your human blood. Because such amount of chemicals are produced in the brain. The acidic part of the blood has to maintain certain pH value.
Yeah.
The acidic part of the blood is what is basically because of your food. But that's only 20-25%. That's why when food is taken, when it is digested, when it is absorbed, when it comes into the blood, huge amount of glucose comes in. All kinds of work will be going on. Glucose will be transported to all the cells, and then glycogen is converting, and excess glucose is get converted to. Within 2 hours time, the blood should bring in the glucose level down, because that it has to reduce the acidic part of the blood and retain the pH value of 7.3 to 7.4 or 7.35 to 7.45. But 75% of your acidic condition is because of your stress level, or whatever that I call it as emotional turbulences of many types. And which there are a lot of chemicals which are produced in the brain which make your blood very acidic. The more acidic your blood, what happens when the glucose is always on the higher side in the blood? The acidic condition of the blood is on the higher side, which has to go to all the internal organs and keep doing a lot of work. And the acidic blood coming into the internal organs, the vascularization reduces from normalcy. So the functions of the internal organs are also reduced according to the acidic part of the blood.
True.
It's simple. It is all it is all interconnected. It is all interrelated. It is all because of interrelated getting jammed.
Okay.
With your functions. Simple.
So finally, what is the remedial action or remedy in ancient Tamil science for better liver function?
Better liver function is, always the liver does so many functions, the inflammatory load is more, unwanted inflammatory load. Virosanam is the one which is practiced by the ancient Tamil to keep releasing the unwanted inflammatory part of it every 6 months, which gives a better function to the liver. When it comes to the question of fatty liver, what happens is, it's a simple remedy is there. 1 tablespoon of 15 ml of good quality coconut oil. You have it in the empty stomach in the morning for about a month, for 21 days rather. Which clears your fatty liver. Simple it is. You don't need to go into big treatments of medicines and this and that and whatnot. No need.
Just that.
Just 21 days of your maximum up to 48 days. 1 tablespoon of pure good quality coconut oil, empty stomach in the morning, after your brushing. After half an hour, you take whatever you want. Your coffee, tea and all that. Which will clear your fatty liver. This is an 100% foolproof system. This is no chemical. The coconut oil is coming from the coconut only, no? And we've been using it for thousands of years.
Thousands of years.
Yeah, now Journal of American Medical Association, the journal is also very clearly in 2004, they have put that coconut oil is one of the best oil in the world, edible oil. Yeah. Initially they said it was cholesterol and all that stuff.
Yes.
They have reversed now.
They have reversed
now and helped us out to keep continuing our coconut oil consumption.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you
that
very
was
much,
a beautiful session.
Thank you very much for spending your quality time. Thank you very much for your attention. I wish you enjoyed this session. See you later.